Hi, good morning. DB Cooper's son here. You want to pull my finger today? Hey, you know what? If you start looking at my videos and stuff, maybe things are starting to click, you know? But this is my first video. It's 5:23 a.m. on 3/7/24. And by the way, this is my first drink of coffee, I believe. I don't think I've had a drink yet. Poured the cup, dropped it on my little bowling lane right here, and grabbed this book so you guys could tell. This is about the D.B. Cooper, this is about Zodiac Killer, this is about JFK, this is about a lot of crimes that's strung together. I have a couple other crime books and stuff, and you know, I I wouldn't spend money on stuff like this. As a matter of fact, I never knew who D.B. Cooper was, or this whatever it was, this hijacker thing, until just the past years. So they've kept this whole thing, you know, away from me. They've kept me so busy running around telling me their goddamn problems, running me around like they would like to make me like a chicken with my head cut off. But I've got money and pay my bills. I don't have no bills. And it's just like them when they were creating so much debt and kept pushing themselves down into debt where they were financing their properties and stuff and putting it to the point of they're going to lose their properties, John. You know, and they're telling me all their goddamn problems. And you know, I've got a bowling alley and I've run bowling alley and I'm looking like I'm goddamn gonna make some goddamn money. And these people did every goddamn thing they could do to fucking stop me. And why? Well, I just pulled a couple pictures off my wall. I got a wall of shame right here that has pictures of my family, and I've showed other pictures of them. There's a picture of me, and there's a picture of my dad as D.B. Cooper. No one could say that this boy right here couldn't be related to this man right here. I mean, I'm just saying, down there, the little boy next to my fingers right here, and that's my dad, and that's me, and the glasses down below. Now, I'll tell you what, lots of things happened, and now we got this, I'll take this one off first. This Bertha Burks, after my dad came back from from California doing the Zodiac killings, this Bertha Burks, she ends up gone, missing in Port Angeles, and she is just blocks away from our gas station, 2 blocks away from our gas station, 7 blocks from our home, I believe. 7, you know, it's like, you know, the 7 seals, the 7 whatever, their Zodiac, whatever. It's like State Street 7 coming in to Morton, Washington, past the 2x4. Right there's Fairhart's Way. You just take a left, and it'll take you to the museum, the Hezbollah Museum, and the Twin County Credit Union right there marking its way from the sea, from Hoquiam and out there, Aberdeen area this way. And you know, the interesting thing is here's a car going really slow. You know, they see my lights and stuff on. It's like Christmas out here. It's like they see a casino out here. You know what? What can they do about it? Not too goddamn much anymore. So anyway, now this is Bertha Burks from Port Angeles, Washington. She ended up missing. Well, she looks a lot like my sister Bonnie, and I bet you my sister Bonnie served this person coming to the gas station at that Enco gas station right there at 101 and Gale's Edition. Right there. This is what happened to Bertha Burks. Right there at that highway market in Port Angeles. the Johnsons. My family was right there. My dad had a greenhouse in the back doing landscaping and shrubs so he could get next to people's houses and stuff. And also for money. He worked at the fiberboard mill. He changed the greenhouse up there at the Highway Market into an Exxon or an Inco, and now you can put an X on it because it went to Exxon. And you know, there's the Valdez oil spill, and Danny Johnson and them worked on the pipeline coming down from Alaska, the Alaskan pipeline and stuff. Danny Johnson and them were working on that pipeline. I goddamn remember that. And I remember the Aggies blow up, the Aggies explosion down there at that. And I heard Dan was going to get some money, and it was, a lot of money, boy. Then my mom got in a car wreck, got hit behind money. And that was in 1967, 1968. My mom got $14,000. And, you know, my dad, he slipped into the bathroom and overheard the other attorneys talking about, you know, what the claim was worth and stuff, so they goddamn knew how much to nail the other team for. And if the story ever came up and my family caught wind of it, they go, oh, I know that story, and they say their story about it. But I'm just saying, the story's there. And it's just like down at Aggies, the person that was there at that explosion, Mike Schulte, he writes a article about it. He's the only one that's left alive, and he's trying to tell people the story about that place blowing up, and it don't sound like it's a, you know, just an accident for him to come back saying, I'm the only one that's left alive. Hey, I'm the only one that's left alive from building that bowling alley in Morton, Washington. And I know the truth. I fell off the roof of that bowling alley over the bowling lane. I could show you the stain on the roof and where the water came down the beam after years of where it was weak. I mean, I'm just telling you the truth and the facts. I've passed the lie detector test to the point where it came out inconclusive. It's because I parked my car in a place and it flooded, and I collected some insurance money off of the car. I didn't necessarily know that it was going to flood, but I felt bad when I took the test, and that's why it came up inconclusive. And that is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Bruce Kimsey, the detective, went on the spot and said, but you failed. This just like my sister Bonnie would say to me as a backup to get me and just turn a knife and say, you know, they knew that you lied in court, John, about the murder of Terry Shortridge. All of these people were ganged up on me like a fucking gang, and I'm a little kid. And they fucking put me on the spot. So, then we got the Connors boy right here. Now, these two boys, they disappeared too. And this here was definitely a threat to the Johnsons and stuff for Danny Johnson coming to the Morton bowling alley and going Zorge, coming down the stairs and him calling my dad Zorge and stuff. So I figured that this here Connors boy and this other one, you see, one of these boys are in the system, you know, welfare, food stamps and such. One of them, and the other one is the Connors boy. One of them has an L in their name. You know, they are doing it by, like the serial killer, they have an L in their name. I mean, it is what it is. Now, we went through that photo of my dad. We went through the Bertha Burks one, and let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, my sister Bonnie with her child that's been abducted from her. You can't tell me that that baby right there don't belong to my sister Bonnie. And right there in red writing next to it, it says Bonnie and Debbie Ann. That's that woman's daughter that they've passed off as my sister. And if you look in the background, there's dirty dishes down there. And there's a bird cage back there. They cage animals. And there's my sister Patty in a pink dress right there in a picture. And that cover that's over that, there's a green chair that's there, and the arms and stuff are torn apart where my dad's torn that thing apart like a cat scratching post, a nervous condition. My dad was tearing off that thing apart and from time to time, and I sat there with him when he'd read the newspaper, open it up to the zodiac, the the all the little things. Read your thing today. He was reading right out of the articles next to Ann Landers or the other woman that was Dear Abby. It was Dear Abby. Ann Landers and Dear Abby, I believe, is the same person. And then we've got George right here as the Zodiac, as D.B. Cooper, and D.B. Cooper and the Zodiac was the same exact man. I'm just doing this, and I'm running through these pictures because, if you knew better, you do better. And what I have is I have a Republican. You see, I had Greta Evans, the governor's daughter, the governor's granddaughter, in my class in Port Angeles, Washington. And me and her would just look each other from across. We wouldn't even talk to each other. Maybe something was going on with her, but I know something was going on with me because I was let out of a rabbit pen to go to school and stuff, and I was being contained in a rabbit pen. I didn't even talk to kids at school. I'm not supposed to talk to anybody. Goddamn, you know nothing. You say nothing. Do that. I wouldn't even talk my first year of school. In the school, I wouldn't talk to nobody, so they held me back. My family had me so goddamn freaked out by taking me to Hurricane Ridge and sending me over to the cliff. Go look straight down and tell me what you find. My brother says, okay, I'll go down. My big brother just told me. So I go over there, I look straight down, almost fall to death. Come back up, climb up over the rock. All of a sudden, maybe he said, John's walked over the cliff. My mom's just goddamn screaming, oh, fucking what? That's what I'm saying. She comes down there and beats me. He's behind her smiling. What's going on between these two people? They brought me up there to murder me because my brother Jim was also showing me policies from that fiberboard, Brown's fiberboard mill, Brown's Cemetery, Brown's fiberboard mill, Brown's fiberboard mill, California. Now we have a big cohort there where this is, and who's financing my dad running around. I've been there for 17 years, he's saying. All the clues in the Zodiac is there, and I'm at 13 minutes. I'm going to cut it off right here. I think you guys should get the point. I mean, you guys should really get the point. I'm telling the truth, and good morning. That's my brother's face. That looks like my dad's face, too. In the next segment, I got a picture of my dad out in the back wearing Wig Walker's boots when he got kicked out of the Army the first time in North Korea and sent home for being underage over there. My dad's a daredevil. My dad's been on the run. My dad was a chicken thief. And that's what got him on the run. He's been on the run all of his goddamn life. And he told me. Thank you for your time this morning, and I hope to have great energy for you. My name's John Wright, and they're not, and I'm telling the truth. And if it wasn't so, I wouldn't be sitting here trying to explain things to you so good.